Tap it running to you, tap it running. Shit's great. Go unlimited, I love it. So yesterday we got to this point. We pulled down the Git repo. We started up a new Firebase project. Clicked the shortcuts. We haven't actually done anything with them. Just click down here. Clicked hosting. So I'm going to do static hosting, use backend functions, and use Firestore to store the data in a NoSQL database. What else did we do? Connected. Yeah, pressed. I won't see the button now, but it'll say like get started. And I think in order to get started on the Firestore plan, I had to upgrade to Blaze, which is pay as you go. So it starts on the free one, Spark, no cost. And then I selected Blaze, which just means you can use all the functionality. Haven't hooked anything up yet. I'm going to start doing that soon. I might actually... I might deploy... We also made a landing page. If I go back here, just npm run build. Doesn't need building, I don't think. npm run dev. Just well, npm run dev. Oh, deck of. This is the very basic landing page that was made yesterday. So we're going to have a bunch of free courses. The free courses are effectively going to mirror the Claude Code docs and make it more accessible. So we're going to turn them into videos, turn them into quizzes, and make some hands-on labs. So you don't need to install Claude in order to do some of the sessions. You can just make an agent or a sub-agent or whatever you're going to make live in the browser, and that'll be paid for because that's going to cost me money. All of it's going to be using Firebase. So Google Firebase for the hosting and all the other stuff that Firebase does, like auth and everything like that. I'm going to use Stripe to take payments because Stripe's lovely to use. Doesn't cost anything to get started. Same with Firebase. I'm going to use Claude to write it. So now we've got to step one. Oh yeah, that's what else we're going to do. I'm going to use, instead of just building it, I'm asking Claude, sort of pushing it in the right direction a little bit because it gets it wrong, to read the docs and give itself Claude skills so that we can keep using best practice and also keep the actual context bloat down as much as possible when making new features. So we made a few new skills. Skills are just folders. So slash build plan runs this skill, which is just a text file saying what to do. They're just instructions. Even if you put explicit commands saying do not do something, it is still possible for it to do that. Skills use tools. I need a whiteboard. Oh, maybe I just make a little whiteboard. Interesting. Must be a free whiteboard though. Did whiteboard online? Cool. So yeah, it's cool. Oh, skill. Tools. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another skill. It's just, oh my god, look how terrible that is. And this could be like using this, the same. So skills are just instructions on how to do things packaged together. Tools are the built-in tools that Claude can use. So when you say you wanted to do something over here inside this skill, you could have instructions of what you want to do. It's got to be formatted correctly, but you could also have instructions to say specifically, do not do this. But the model, let's call this the model, is still just going to interpret these instructions. So if you say don't do it, it might figure out a way to go around it. Let's just do this. Claude Code is what they call the harness. So it's holding it like some sort of terrifying beast in place. And some of the ways that this is held together is through these tools. So if you take this, like this big square, and sort of wrap it all the way around. Oh, call these tools. You can make it do things. And when you run a tool, you can also basically just run a script that has got a yes and no output. Pre tool hook, I don't know what it's called, but it's something like that. Tool hook. Oh my god. I'm not going to write the whole thing again, but I'm just going to write hook. This is a post tool hook. What this does is, outside of the LLM's interpretation of the skill, when this skill runs, it uses any combination of these tools to achieve things. So this could be running a bash script. It could be searching the web. It could be grepping or searching for files. There's lots of them. Let's just take a look. Claude Code tools. Tools. Available tools. So there we go. Oh my god, there is just a list somewhere. Built-in tools. Internal tools, there we are. This is the list. See, you can run a bash script, you can edit files, stuff to do with Git. So yeah, there's a list of tools. And when these get run by these skills, you can, this harness will automatically run a pre-tool hook and a post-tool hook if you want it to. Post, and depending on the output, so it could be never change files in a specific directory, or never do rm, which is remove -rf, recursively force. Never run this command ever. Doesn't matter what you do, you're just not allowed to run that. So if you've got a dodgy skill, or if it decides it's going to work around whatever you're trying to do to remove something, when this tool gets called, this pre-tool hook gets called, and it's literally a bash script that just checks if this command is getting run. And if it is getting run, the output of this script, if it's successful, it will give you an error code or an exit code. And that code is just a number, 1, 2, whatever. Bash script exit codes. And you can see these are exit codes depending what the output is. But the important thing is Claude Code hooks. Not perfect. This is really nice there. There you go, that's a good example. Exit code 0 means it's successful, which means it will run the command. In this example here, it's what we were just talking about. If the command that was passed into it, this is just search, contains the command we've said we don't want it to do, then this is the output for it. This is the format for a hook. By saying pre-tool use, deny, and explain why. So there's a bit of reasoning back to the model. Otherwise, run it exit code 0, it'll run. And this will actually exit with a non-zero exit code. Even though it's not saying that there, that's what it'll do. So that's what this looks like. Kind of feel like I should just get it up and running live as soon as I can. I don't have time this morning, so. I do have time really, don't I? Let's get it deployed to Firebase so we can start from the right place. Iterate. So instead of building it all locally and then finally going and doing one big deploy, I'm gonna deploy it to Firebase straight away. And it gives you a little bit of dopamine, doesn't it? Because you can go and show people what you've got, even if it's not very good so far. Now, the best way to do this is actually to go to hosting, click get started. This is just telling you how to install it by copying that, pasting it in here. I want the extra steps. So this is what I'm going to copy and paste this bit down here back into Claude, and it's going to add it. Initialize your project. I'm going to do reauth. I've already logged in, so I'm going to do Firebase login reauth. Yes, I allow. Right, I logged in. Cool. That's done. I can log back on. So I don't need to do this step because this is an interactive walkthrough, and I'm not too fussed by that because I'm just going to give it the information that I need, which is down here, and it'll put it in the right place for me. Register your web app. So this is learn claude.dev because that's my domain. What does that do? Oh, we use build tools. So this is actually public facing. You don't need to worry about this. I'm just going to copy it, paste it in here. Next, continue to console. So now I've got these two live URLs, which we can browse to. Got nothing, not for long. So installing Firebase. Adding the config. Yeah. Edit firebase.ts. Cool. All right. let's just exit this for a second. npm run dev. You see what I'm going to deploy. This is what we're going to deploy. This is where it's going to go. To do that, Firebase deploy. Actually, npm run build. I don't know if it needs that, but let's do it anyway. npm Firebase deploy. I've already done. Interesting. Yeah, I thought that. Let's go back. How do I get started? Where did I put it now? Firebase deploy. So I've just gone back to my previous conversation where I pasted the information that we needed, because it looks like it's not created a file at the top level for it to actually know what to do. Again, this would all automatically been created if we'd run Firebase in it, but whatever. There we go. Firebase.json. Yeah. Nice. It's deploying. So if we head back over here, we can watch it. If we want to watch it. Successfully deployed. And we're officially live. So the next step is going to be to actually build some functionality, because it's just a landing page. So we're going to add login. We're going to add our first courses. Probably put some videos and quizzes on there. And make some sort of automated Claude Code pipeline, maybe using the SDK that's going to start chunking through the content of the docs, checking what the latest updates are. I wonder if they've got an RSS feed, putting that into unprocessed docs to be turned into tutorials, and then add a human in the loop verification step, so I can check out what it's actually built, and a code review agent, all that fun stuff. Cool. That's it for today.